Alright, these are the last pieces that I've cast on the for my plant stand. Been a long week. And anyway, I got to cut these off and clean them up, so here we go. All right, let's drill some holes. It's amazing what a little bit of cutting oil can do. And that is warm. Okay, so I wonder if I used a different bit when I was doing my trellis. Oh no, I think when it taps, when I tap it, it'll fit. These are 832s. Is what my tap's going to be. And it's a 1/2 inch. So I've got a total of 1 inch. And what I'll do is I will bore the connects smooth, and then I will tap the legs. And so it should slide in through here and then screw into the connecting piece. So that's the plan. Man, that's hot. I don't know if I need to show me drilling every single one. So I'll do the rest off camera, and I'll probably clamp that guy down for a little more stability. Well, I obviously have to do something different for trying to get the holes here, and to kind of judge where those were, I just kind of did that. And so I needed something where it could be, I could hold it while I press. So I kind of shimmed it up with a couple of ingots. So let's see how this works. Like usual, this could be a horrible disaster. know if complete disaster, but you can see that's moving around something fierce. That's not going to be a straight hole, that's for sure. Well, it will be, but whether or not it's perpendicular the way I need it to be perpendicular, we'll see. All right, I'm going to just drill a little bit there, then I'm going to hit it with some more cutting oil, machine oil, and see if we can make this happen a little bit better. Actually, that might have been better, me holding it a bit at an angle rather than trying to have it flush up against that. All right, let's squirt some oil here and try to finish these holes off. Ugh, almost a miss, but that's where the head of the screw is going to go anyway, so it's, yeah, that's almost a miss. Whoops, let me get this in. Yeah, shoot. It looks, I wonder if I should try to do it from the top instead. I'll do that on the second one. All right, well, that turned out a little bit better. All right, now before I get finished here, I need to decide where am I going to put them here. So let me grab a curve. Well, this is great viewing, isn't it? All right, so here we go. Okay, that's going to not be a perfect fit, but you know what? I can grind down things. Okay, so I'm thinking I can probably just put them maybe anywhere to start. Maybe. Yeah, I might be able to just put them in here anywhere, and probably here, and maybe one here, and maybe one down here. I don't know if it's going to be important or if it's going to matter, because I'm going to mount the brackets to the shelf first, and then I will attach the legs to that. So I think I can get away with just putting the holes anywhere that I want. So let me do that. Maybe one right there, one right there. Something like that. I should have done that when I had this in the correct position. Oh, gee. This is how things get broke. Too much force. Okay, that should be good enough. Jeez. It's a wonder I have all my limbs. Okay. Well, that took more work than I thought it should. And it actually ended up being a little bit better than I thought it was gonna be. Ah! Hot, hot, hot. Hot aluminum. All right, and so then when I go to put holes in the leg, after I get this mounted to the base, because I need to make certain that that is sitting right on the base, and then I think I can adjust the leg. Okay, so I won't do anything to the leg yet, and I'll do this same thing to this one, and then I'll do a parting shot, I think, of all the parts finished, and then I'll conclude this part of the video. And then the next one will be assembling that first shelf. I've got all the parts that I need for that first shelf. I need to cast some more parts. I've got all the shelves, but I've got another set of these to do the second shelf, and I'm kind of anxious to see if this is actually gonna work. So I'll be back after I finish off the that one. Well, this second one didn't go nearly as well as that first one did. There's plenty of room on the backside for sure, but that's what I thought the first one was going to do. It makes me wonder if I should have gone through the trouble to take the big drill press, my nephew's drill press, and done all of this work on the big one. Problem is I got to move that to the garage because I think it's pulling too much juice, and all my lights disappear and all that other sort of stuff. Anyway, I think that's going to be okay. The next video that I'll show, I'll actually start the assembly of that first shelf. So I'll tap some holes, make certain everything goes the way that it's supposed to. So, and it should be the one that shows up after this one. So unless something weird happens where I feel like I got to get some other video, the next one should be assembling that first shelf. All right, let's bring this to a close. Thanks a whole bunch for watching. If you found this video entertaining, informative, or any such things like that in any way, shape, or form, please like and subscribe. Blessings.